been a while since I've made a video, so here's a few things that have happened within the last couple of months. In April, my mom and I planned a weekend trip to visit Disney's California Adventure. We really enjoy the Food and Wine Festival here at Epcot, so we wanted to see how it was like in California Adventure. The first day of our trip, we landed at LAX. We made our way to Burbank so we could get to our hotel and relax because the next day we were going to go to Universal Studios Hollywood to go visit Super Nintendo World. I'm very happy because I was able to convince my mom to go. We originally were just going to go to California Adventure, but I'm really glad that we were able to sneak in Universal Studios Hollywood. We made sure to get to the park early so that we would be able to have a reservation at Toadstool's Cafe because we didn't want the reservations to run out. After we scanned the QR code for Toadstool's Cafe, it was time to get in line for Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. The first time, the ride ended up malfunctioning, so we had to wait a little more, but we don't mind waiting. We're used to that and we understand that it's not the employees' fault and they're doing their best to fix the ride. It gave us an opportunity to look at everything and see the details that are in the line. And then we rode the ride a second time before going to Toadstool's Cafe. Unfortunately, the audio kind of messed up because of the music and because I was using my phone, which is not the best piece of equipment to record. It's okay. I try to fix it as best as I can, but I will put subtitles so that you're able to understand what I am saying. We're here at Toadstool's Cafe. We just got off Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. Rode it twice. I was gonna get another power up here, but I need to save money. I did forget to mention that if you are wanting to get a reservation, I recommend getting here early because you have to scan the QR code that's outside of the restaurant. Another thing that I noticed is that we got here like right when the park opened. We rushed to get here and they only had wait times available from like 9:45 to 1:15, which is the one we have right now. Then after that it was closed. Right before we got in here, I noticed that they opened up more times for like lunch and dinner. So if you are waiting for that, I recommend just coming back and checking even if it says like more availability, because later on it could open up some more. After we were done eating, we went on a few more rides and we also were able to do the studio tour. However, since we went in April, it was a little colder. Now, I'm from Central Florida, which means I'm used to humidity and hot weather all year round, all the time. So when I travel anywhere during this time of the year, when it's like winter and spring and it's still a little cold, it's kind of like a little bit of a shock to me. So this day at Universal, it was around low 50s during the morning, but as we progressed throughout the day, it got colder and it was also rainy and windy, which didn't help. It was freezing while we were doing the studio tour. Regardless, we still enjoyed the tour and my mom and I had a great time. We just finished the studio tour. It's cold.
Come back! I don't want them, I want the lesbians!
After we were done with Universal, we made our way to Anaheim, which is where our hotel was, because the next day we had to get ready to go to Disney's California Adventure. The next day we got to the park right as it opened. We don't usually go to the park right as when it opens, but since we were only there for 2 days, we wanted to make sure that we got to enjoy everything. Now, remember how I said we originally planned this trip to go to Disney's California Adventure for the Food and Wine Festival? Well, we didn't try anything from their Food and Wine Festival. We got caught up in doing like the rides and seeing everything that when we finally found where the Food and Wine Festival was being held, we were like, oh well. My mom and I didn't really mind at that point, but it was just a shock to see because in Epcot, the Food and Wine Festival is advertised like everywhere you go. It was just shocking to see, oh, there's this little section for the Food and Wine Festival. But it was just funny how my mom and I looked back at it and it's like, we planned this trip just to do the Food and Wine Festival and we ended up just doing what we normally do when we go to California. After we were done with California Adventure, we made our way back to the hotel because we had to leave the next day, and that was our weekend weekend trip to California. I'm recording this video in June, and we took that trip around mid-April. With the weekend trip, it was kind of chaotic, but it was nice to be able to go somewhere and have a break from work and school. Also, right as I was getting back from California, I had family come to visit me for a week. The week that my family was visiting here, that was also finals week for me. So I was having to juggle finals, making sure I spent time with my family, and also making sure that I kept up with everything that I needed to for work. I remember when we were at Islands of Adventure with my family, we were in the lines and I was writing my paper on the notes app on my phone just so I could get a head start on it and I didn't have to worry about all of it, and I had at least some of it done. After California and my family came to visit, I finished up all my courses and I graduated with my associate's degree. Right now, I'll be taking the summer off until I go back to school in the fall, and also I need a break from school. School is stressful. While this was all happening, there is also a new addition to our family. This is our new dog, Eboni. My sister and her roommate were fostering her, and my sister ultimately decided to adopt her. Unfortunately, Eboni had a very difficult life before she came into our lives. She showed some signs of being neglected and abused by her previous owners, which was really sad to see. When my sister was fostering her, she would always follow her around, and my sister showed her a lot of love, and we couldn't bear the idea of her going to another family. We wanted her to be ours. We decided to adopt her. Unfortunately, we also don't know how old she is. The vet and my sister believe that she's around 1 year to 3 years old. We're trying to just work with her on her milestones and making sure that she's comfortable and happy. While it's difficult to hear all the challenging obstacles that she's been through, we're happy to announce that she is doing well and she's very happy where she is. She's free to be a dog. She doesn't have to worry about that anymore. We all love her like crazy, especially Onyx. He's very excited to have another dog to play with. Currently, Eboni lives with my sister while we have Onyx, so it's very exciting when we can have both dogs together. Those are some of the things that have been happening in the last couple of months. I'm very happy that it's summer and I'm looking forward to the other vacations that I have planned, and I can't wait to show you all the adventures that I go on. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!